unconscious heroes, there remains no trace. Today a new foe they'll face. There looms peril of a puzzling variety. Is this goodbye for the Owl Preservation Society?
Owl Hunt is blue, such a dubious chap. It's Frank's drunken recap. Showed in really big letters with about 15 exclamation marks.
Oh man, I listened back to that today or whenever it was. It was today, wasn't it? You sent it out. It still makes me sad now. It doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense.
You awaken in a large, dark room. You notice that you're in a circular chamber. A few of you get up, kind of have a look around. The only source of light is coming from a circular opening that is far above you in the roof, where the sunlight streams in. It illuminates the center of the chamber, and all around you on the walls, at different intervals, are your greatest enemy, doors. The only other thing in this room is a dwarf contained within an iron cage. Metal rods are holding him still.
Is Narlo with us?
Yeah.
Narlo is not here.
Nor the other one we tried to save.
Nor
We never
the other
rescued
one.
that one, though.
Nor the other one that you tried to save.
Would you say that this period where we were unconscious and blacked out was restful?
All of you are in the same state that you were, including Haji, who is unconscious.
Nobody do anything right now.
Haji's going to attack.
That's a good point. That's a good point, actually. Maybe just leave Haji unconscious.
Yeah.
Stabilize him and leave him, yeah.
I'll tie him up.
Do we recognise the dwarf?
Does Morik?
Give me a history check, Mark.
21.
Yes, you recognise this again as a travelling companion of Narlo. His name is Rakhad. When you guys blacked out, it was kind of going into dusk. The sunlight above you is quite bright. As you walk towards the dwarf, Morik, you see that this is like a big iron kind of bird cage. And there are rods holding Rakhad in the position that he stood in, and he stood up straight. There's one under his neck, one in his side, and you can see from these metal rods that they have a pointed end. And you can see that he just seems to be kind of standing in a way that means he won't lean against any of the pointed rods. He looks at you and he says, "Hello, Morik, how's your mum? Oh, yeah, no, sorry, that was insensitive. I wasn't thinking."
Can I just inspect the rods to see what they're made of? If they look breakable, that kind of thing.
Yeah, as you get closer and examine the cage, a voice booms through the chamber.
Solve my puzzles and you'll be rewarded. A loved one to you will be awarded. Time is not on your side as the sun grows dim. Pick a door and maybe you'll win. Things lurk nearby in the dark and the grim. Open one door now and all head in.
Shall we heal up before we do anything? Because I want to try
Yeah,
and...
definitely.
I want to do...
all come near me. I can do the healing.
With what you just said, Hoggy, is that something that you've got written? Can you put that in chat in case it means anything?
It is something that I have written. I'm going to tell you now, I am only going to read these once.
Okay.
Having said that, I will read this one again because you didn't know that. And I know, famously, some of you do not pay attention.
Hey,
Well, yeah, I felt like you stopped saying things ain't
True.
true. Then.
stop being accurate, Hoggy. So you got one
Okay.
chance then. One door.
We all need to go in the one door.
I think it's best you leave Haji dead.
You need to stabilise him at the very
Yeah.
I'll healing word him. I'll bring him back.
Hoggy, it says about creatures lurking in the dark. Most of us have dark vision. Can we see anything in these shadows that might be hidden?
This room is empty. All you can see is the cage with the dwarf in, raised platform in the middle of the room, and the hole with the sunlight coming in.
This isn't like a sundial or anything, is it?
Pick a
Must be
door.
something.
How about we roll a dice for it? How many doors are there?
Nah, there's got to be a clever way than that. There's
What's
got
the
to be.
time? You say we knew what the time was.
You've got no idea and no what the time.
Well, then we can see the light. So
Can we see the doors from where we are?
Yeah. Well, those of you
Can
with
we-
dark vision, yeah.
Yeah,
is the sun
definitely.
directly above us, or is it not visible?
There is a small hole high up in the sky that is letting in sunlight, so you can't see the whole of the sky through it.
Because the doors are arranged like a clock face, so maybe.
Yeah, there's 12 doors.
Do we want to stick something in the ground so we can see which way the sun's pointing at? Maybe.
Oh, you said
Sundial,
you said
like you said
something
earlier.
about time. What did he say about time?
He said go through now. That's why I was trying to find out what the time was.
I said time is not on your side.
Did the sundial thing? That seemed like it. I'm gonna stick my stuff in the middle of this circle just to see what happens.
Okay. As you walk onto the center of the platform, whack your staff down. A line points out from your staff, so it points towards the one of the doors near the top.
But it said time is not on your side, so maybe the opposite.
Ah,
Oh, I don't know.
It's true. Time
that
not
is
on
very
your side.
true. Time is not on your side.
I
don't.
lost it in the middle, but
We don't know anything about what the time is.
We
So
did get sundial.
it's not a sundial.
Should we do the door that it pointed to, or the door it didn't point to?
Didn't I vote didn't.
Yeah, I reckon.
So we're going for this one, the 7 o'clock position.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go speak to the dwarf in the thing. Hello, little dwarf.
I mean, you are.
What is this?
You start every dwarf with little.
Yeah, because they are little to me. They're a lot smaller than me. I'm like 6'10", I think, or something. Hello, little dwarf. What's all this about?
I don't know. I'm as clueless as you are. I woke up in a cage.
Did
You
you-
guys are on the floor.
Did you fight some zombies?
No, we were looking for Morik's mum, and
Did you have a little too much to drink? I know dwarves do that sometimes.
I don't remember.
Yeah, sounds about right. Not been through any of these doors, then?
I'm a bit caged.
Yes, I see that. Have you seen a chicken?
No,
No, I make eye contact with Frank.
He's probably about. He's a rascal little fella. Would you like to get out?
I'd love to get out. I think you should pick a door, like the man said.
Ah, my own man.
So you are going through the door in what you called the 7 o'clock position?
Okay, Gissel, you brave goblin, lead the way.
I'm on the way in.
I'm going
I
through.
can't see a time limit for this, but I think it's probably going to be like 10 minutes or an hour. I'm going to use palpable evil on the way in.
So you will head through the 7 o'clock door. Frank casts palpable evil on himself to radiate an intense aura of evil. And you walk down this stone corridor, and it just goes, and it just goes, and it just keeps going. And you walk for an hour, and your palpable evil wears off.
Maybe we picked the wrong one.
You walk for another hour, looking and looking, and nothing, and then another hour goes past. 3 hours you've been walking down this corridor, and you reach a ladder with a trapdoor at the top.
Oh, can I use Mage Hand to open it then? So we can peer up before.
Mage Hand goes over, pushes open the trapdoor, and you see a domed ceiling above it.
We'll be back in the main room again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we will be.
I mean,
I climb.
and as you do, you appear back into the main chamber again, and as you all climb up, the trapdoor behind you slams shut, and a iron rod rams into Rakhad, and he screams out as blood drips down his side. He grits his teeth.
If we still think it's the sun, then the sun's probably moved a lot.
Oh yeah. Should we do it again then? I'll put the staff in the middle again and see if it changes.
Okay, you put your staff onto this middle raised platform. It points towards the 4 o'clock door.
3 hours later.
Should we try the 4 o'clock door this time?
I don't know, man.
Let's just not overthink it. Let's just go through 4. We'll go through a door, yeah?
Yeah.
As you open this door and walk through it, as you look back, the dwarf disappear. You walk along this corridor for another 4 hours into... Pete, I'm really sorry if Chode is on any of these because I set it up before Yeah, there he is.
Oh,
I thought he might be. I'm really sorry.
you monster.
I'm gonna have to kill him every time we go onto a new map. So you come out into a square chamber. The chamber in front of you is much smaller than the last one. 4 nondescript stone walls surround you. On the far wall is a large metal door. Beside it are 5 levers, each with a different colour handle: black, yellow, blue, green, and red. Laying prostrate in the middle of the room is a dwarf. Her ankles and wrists are bound in chains that stretch out to holes in the corners of the room.
Mark, is that your ma?
Do I recognise this dwarf that's going to be quartered?
You do actually. I'm not going to make you roll for this one. This is a dwarf that you not only know is a travelling companion of Narlo, but that you served with on the Shield of Mirabar. This is a female dwarf called Dora.
Is it Dora the Explorer?
Yeah, like that, but with 2 R's. So yeah, Dora the Explorer.
Dora, how are you okay?
I've been better. Well, that's not a female voice. It's still got to be gruff because it's a dwarf, right? But how are you?
It's got to be Scottish.
I can't do Scottish. I've been better, Marek. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been better.
Did the person who put you here tell you anything?
I just woke up here. We were searching for your ma, and we went to this logging camp, and we were searching the buildings, and just everything's black after that. Against one of the walls, there is a skeleton slumped up against the wall with a shield.
I'd just like to add that Haji's feeling pretty shit for getting the group in trouble quite a few times, so he's actually not getting excited about any of this and just keeping away from everything.
He's just kind of looking down at his feet.
Yeah.
Can I speak to the skeleton without doing Speak the Dead? Because it wouldn't work. I'm just going to speak to the skeleton. You know, like how you talk to inanimate objects. Hello, little skeleton. Is that your shield? Can we have a look at your shield, please? Oh, don't mind if I do.
Yeah, you pick up the shield. It's just like a normal wooden buckler.
Are there any anything else on the walls or anything? Because we haven't. Actually, I'm just gonna walk over here. Does the bellowing voice say anything? He loves talking.
Is the skeleton's limbs intact, or does he have an arm that's missing all over the place? Whatever.
Roll me an investigation to have a look at.
Just to see if he's already been quartered.
You can tell that the arms and legs are indeed on the skeleton, but Morik finds a piece of paper tucked inside the mouth of the skeleton. A small bit of parchment, it's rolled up, and as you unroll it, it has a tear along the bottom of the paper, and it says, "The second lever will sound like a roar. A primary first helps open the door."
So primary, yellow, blue and red.
The note has a tear on the bottom, so we might be able to find some more fragments around the room.
Can I go check her pockets?
You can, and instantly find another piece of paper. This one is torn at the top and says, "The last lever pulled is the colour of sky. After the second will buzz like a fly."
Ah, no. We've got to do them in order. We've got to do them in order. So the third will buzz like a fly. And then, so the only one we don't know anything about is the fourth one. But we know blue's last, right?
The second lever will sound like a roar. Yell, yellow, yell, yellow.
Oh, nice. The only other primary is red, so red's got to be first.
Yeah.
So then we've got green and black.
After the second, the third one will buzz like a fly.
And well, we've got black and green fly.
Black. Green fly. Yeah.
Look, they've all got sounds on them, right? They've all got weird things that don't make sense.
So we reckon red, yellow, black, green, blue. Can I go stand next to the third one, and then just use thaumaturgy to go bzzz?
Yeah.
I'm going yellow. I'm yellow.
Frank's over there.
The green.
I'm doing red, so I will be pulling the first lever.
Are we still going red, yellow, black, green, blue?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do whatever's left.
So Hardy, you're pulling the red one.
Yes.
So you reach up to this big, massive lever. It's locked in the up position. You pull it down, and as you do, you hear a bell ring out around the room.
That might be a correct noise. That might be good.
Frank, you reach up and pull the yellow lever, and it chunks down. And as it does, the room is filled with the sound of buzzing flies.
Oh.
But that's the
That's the third one.
I still think we carry on until we know more, right? She's not lost her arm yet.
Oz walks over to the black one, grabs hold of it, and pulls it down. And a large, bellowing roar fills the chamber.
Oh, so that's the second lead.
We do need to know all the sounds though, so maybe we should just go through them all first. She'll probably lose that.
Can we push them back up?
As you try to push them back up, they are locked in.
Okay,
position.
that
Yeah.
changes.
There's no going back now, so we might as well just finish it.
Okay.
Frank picks up Gizzle, and Gizzle grabs hold of the lever, kind of.
And then I let
waves
go,
and
so his weight pulls him down.
Yeah, you let go, and his legs are just waving as it goes and goes down. And the sound of wind fills the room. Hardy goes over, pulls the blue lever down. Frank will tell you that this one is the sound of a lute in C sharp. Is that a music term? It sounds like a music term.
Yep, that is.
Yeah, there you go.
I can give you a C sharp if you want.
I'd love you to.
Oh, that's a C flat.
Oh man, you had one job.
Oh no, there's no such thing as a C sharp. It goes C then D.
I mean, that's literally what I was asking you.
It's a D.
Cool. Frank has this conversation with all of you who really don't care because stop playing, Pete. Pete. Frank has this conversation with you but none of you care because at the same time one of the chains connected to Dora's left arm rapidly exits the room and she screams as her arm is pulled from its socket and disappears through the hole in the wall.
Can we try dexterity to try and grab it?
No, you're just there talking about C sharps and Ds.
No,
I'm going to say it goes too quickly, and you're all too shocked. You look at her when she screams, and then her arm is gone, and all the levers reset into the utmost position. She is now bleeding heavily.
Sorry, yeah.
Oh, was that the first time? This is a C sharp. C sharp.
As you're doing that, Dora is screaming and bleeding heavily from her.
That's a G major. She's screaming in a G major. That's more like a.
The noises. Primary first helps open the door. Secondly,
Okay, this woman is screaming and bleeding on the floor.
Can I try
no one's
and
doing anything about that.
I just said somebody stop the bleeding. I can't.
Frank's talking about musical notes. Morrick's like reading his notes.
Can I
This woman's just screaming and blood's just flailing everywhere.
Can I can I run up and just try and put pressure on the wound first?
Yeah. So you go up there and put your hands against her arm, and it slows the bleeding a bit, but it is still coming through your things.
I'll healing word just I guess seal up the wound.
Light up a bloody
level
torch and cauterize it, eh?
I don't have enough torches. I will just mend the hole. There you go, lady. This is for you.
You put your hands on top of Haji's hands and send magic through, and the bleeding stops.
That was a moment.
So we could have freed this person if magic's working. Oh, never mind. Wait, you lost an hand now, so...
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you now, Morrick, using magic to try and free anyone is not going to work.
Well, thank you for telling me, you
Just
evil
to
man.
just to save some time.
She could only lose one more arm because we've got these two right.
Red, black, yellow, green, blue.
Red, black, yellow, green, blue. Yeah.
Morrison, they whispered to you lot. If this doesn't work, who's going to put her out of her misery?
This doesn't work. Can I eat her?
I'm not going to reply to that.
Dora in the middle, she grits her teeth and she just says, "Will someone just pull a fucking lever?"
That was very manly.
Well, she's had her arm ripped off, alright? Oslevo voice coaching the woman who's just like had her arm ripped off.
Enunciate.
So you do the red lever.
Black.
Yellow.
Green.
Blue.
You pull down the last lever and you hear two things. You hear the sound of a lute in C sharp, and you hear Dora's screaming stop. And you all turn around and she has disappeared.
Mike, I don't think they're real. I think they're already dead.
The door next to it, big metal door, swings open.
Is the blood still there from when her arm got ripped off?
Yes, there's a pool of blood on the floor. Yeah.
Okay. I will lick the floor before we leave. Don't look at me.
Do you do it in full sight, or do you let everyone
Yeah,
leave
yeah,
first and
yeah.
I'm just going to shake my head.
I imagine in this cavern there's quite a lot of like rubbish and dirt and all sorts on the floor.
Yeah, I think you need to take some damage.
Take a D4 of abrasive tongue damage.
I imagine I've got like a cat or goat's tongue. I can't imagine I've got a pretty coarse tongue.
He's immune to abrasive tongue damage.
That's canon now. That is a
It's on
type of damage.
You can pop that on your character sheet. Okay, so you walk through this metal door back into the kind of like long, windy caverns, and you travel along for just 1 hour this time before you find a normal-looking wooden door.
Before he opens the door, can I try singing in C sharp to see if that opens the door? Ah,
Singing at the top of my voice.
ah.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Are you done, Frank? And I just push the door open.
Yes.
The room in front of you looks like a normal room. In stark comparison to what you've faced so far. A huge mirror adorns the wall, a chessboard sits on a table, a pack of cards and some candles rest on some bookcases flanking an unlit fire, and a wine rack holds several bottles of wine. But perhaps most unusual in this room is the dwarf strapped to the guillotine in the centre of the far wall, its blade positioned just above the neck of the dwarf. And a voice rings out.
This room may not be as it may be. Something looks wrong to me. Reflect on your choices and all may be well. And if not, you'll send this dwarf to hell.
I need everyone to roll me initiative, please. Okay, so how this is going to work. A little bit different from combat. Each turn is going to be 10 seconds. You guys all notice, as soon as you walk into the room, the guillotine starts to rise slowly. So you can use actions and bonus actions to interact with objects in the room. You guys cannot discuss this unless it is your turn and you use your reaction to talk to the room. Cool. So what is Marlowe doing?
Oh god, I'll Marlowe it. Yeah.
I think he might crack open a bottle and kill the man.
He's probably going to go for a bottle of wine, yeah. Can he have a look at the wine before he takes one? Because he's going to take one.
Yes, he can. Like I said, you can use an action or a bonus action to investigate. He sees that all of the wines are different. All of them have different labels on.
This one here, I guess.
Yeah? What's he doing?
What does that say?
I'm not going to go through the names of the wines because it doesn't matter and I can't think of that many wines. That one says fine wine number 1.
Okay. He's going to take it off. He's going to grab it.
So Marlowe has used his actions to examine the wine and then pick up a bottle of wine. Oslevo.
Yeah. Did you say that this was the mirror?
Yeah.
I'll move here and I will shoot a crossbow bolt at the mirror.
Whoa.
No messing.
Okay.
That escalated quickly.
You shoot an arrow into it and cracks appear all over this mirror. Like it hits it in the centre and cracks just spread out all over it, kind of fracturing the image on the mirror.
I'm going to use crossbow expert to shoot it again.
Okay. You hit it with another arrow and the glass shatters entirely, falls to the floor, leaving just a wooden frame behind it.
Damn it. Well, I tried, guys.
I hope we didn't need that.
Yeah, if we need the mirror, that dead.
Haji.
My whole plan was to look in the mirror to see any anomalies.
Yep.
That's gone out the window.
The room looked different, yeah.
Is there any loose stones anywhere which are preferably bigger than a body?
No.
Okay. How sturdy are them little benches?
Oh, well, the stools.
Stools, yeah.
They're like stool thickness. You know, imagine a stool in your head. They're about that thick.
See, my plan is to stick it...
Actually, sorry, that's not fair. They're exactly that thick.
Awesome, thank you for the info. See, my thinking is to put something which will be able to take the guillotine's brunt and not end up killing the dwarf as the guillotine falls down. Instead, I feel like I'm going to inspect the chessboard and see if all the pieces are there.
It is all there, and it is set up at the beginning of a game.
And then I'm going to light the fire.
You've got a flint and tinder, and yeah, you
Thank
just...
you.
And the fire, it doesn't take anything light, it just goes into a big roaring fire. Frank.
Can I try and turn the dwarf into a T-Rex, please?
I did tell Jolly that anything you try and do to free the dwarfs wouldn't work, but you
I'm not trying to free her. She'll still be trapped, but she'll be a T-Rex.
Feel free.
Okay.
I mean, I'm literally telling you it's not going to work, but feel free to burn your spell slot if you want.
I will not do that then. Which is unfortunate, because that would have been... The guillotine just sort of... That would give
As if you think I go to all this trouble to make all these riddles and just let you polymorph everything.
Can I polymorph Oslevo?
I mean, you still want to polymorph something.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna go to chessboard and I'm gonna move the pawn 4 fin on both sides towards each other.
Okay.
And then I would like to do... Can I do a backflip as well, please?
Can you roll me acrobatics, please?
Oh wow!
you flip over. Not only do you miss your feet on your backflip, you smack your chin on the stool.
So I'm prone. Can I shout before the end of my go? Your move.
I'd like to pick up the largest shard of glass I can in my gauntlets, and
You find quite a large shard. Yeah.
I'll put it against the board of where the mirror was, and I just want to look around the room to see if anyone looks out of place.
Yeah, how we're going to do this is you will need to use a investigation to look at a particular thing in the mirror.
Oh, this would be much easier if other people were doing the same thing. I'm going to investigate the bearskin rug.
So you hold it up and you look at the bearskin rug, and it is facing the other way.
I will shout to the party, everyone, the reflection is wrong. Turn the bearskin rug the other direction. Just to make it easy for everyone, I will stay there with the mirror in place. Shoot me, Oz.
He's going to shoot your reflection. Do I listen to Mike or do I try and do the same thing? So can I walk up to the bearskin rug and does it look like I'm going to be able to move it, being my stature?
Yeah, I'd say in your 10 seconds you're going to be able to spin it around.
I will do that then, please.
Okay, you use your turn spinning around this bearskin rug, kind of Morik's like nodding and shaking his head and telling you like left, right, or whatever, and you get it in the right place. Then we're back at the top of the round, so the guillotine is slowly moving up. Marlowe, bottle of wine in hand.
Sorry, when you say up, do you mean...
It was on the dwarf's neck, and it is moving up.
Can he go have a sneaky peek at Morik's mirror and have a look through? He wants to look at the wine that he's got in his hand. Oh, no, look at the wine. He's got one in his hand, but he's looking at the wine rack.
Okay, I need an investigation roll, please. If it meets, it beats. He can see that all of the wine bottles are in a particular order that could be replicated, but a different order to what they are in now. And one of the bottles is empty.
In the reflection?
Yes.
Can he walk over and drink the empty bottle? The one that looked in the mirror?
Yep.
Down that?
Yeah. So he can walk over there and drink a bottle of wine, yeah. I'm going to need a constitution save.
Yeah.
Because he's drinking a bottle of wine.
I reckon he probably could do that in one go.
I mean, I'm going to say half of it like goes down his chin and over his tunic, but he manages to drink a good half of that bottle of wine. Oslevo.
Aim my crossbow. No, I don't really. I shamble towards the mirror and I kind of look at Morik and I hope I don't use my reaction to just say, sorry, Morik.
Mumble that under your breath.
Yeah, I'm just like, sorry. And then I look in the mirror part that he's holding up and I would like to focus on the chessboard.
Okay, investigation check, please.
15.
If it meets, it beats. Well done on your rolls here, folks. So you can see that the chess set is mid-game in a very specific order. But with your 15 investigation, you can also see that one of the rooks is upside down.
I'll go over there and try to replicate it.
Okay, on your next go, you will be able to. Haji.
Could I actually just join Marlowe and have him guide me in getting the order right for the wine?
Yeah, okay, while he's drinking his, he uses his reaction to tell you the order for the wine and you help him do that.
Cool.
Yeah, I like it. Safety first, then teamwork. Frank, you are prone on the floor. Oslevo is kind of looking at the chessboard.
Is it pawn to bishop knight 4? Or...
Well, I'll use my reaction to tell Frank the order.
Okay. So again, you guys work together. Yeah, to put the chessboard in the mid-game state that you saw. Then we're back to Mark.
I am going to inspect the candles in the top right corner.
They are all lit, and they are in a different order. They're all different heights, and you see that they are arranged from shortest to highest.
Would you allow me from here to use Mage Hand to arrange them in the correct order? And then as my reaction, I'll tell someone to light them.
Yes, that's fine by me.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is half done. They still need to be lit. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll shout, light the candles! I can't smile them all!
That's the size of this room, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gizzle.
I'm going to go up to the candles, use my tinderbox, and light them.
Cool. Top of the round again, Marlowe. Everyone has their reaction back if they need it.
They've rearranged the wine. They sorted out the chessboard. The rugs are right around. The candles are done. Can he look at the fireplace? Is the fire lit in the reflection?
So he goes over to the mirror, checks, and the fire is lit in both the reflection and in real life. Well done, Haji. He's got another action to look at something else in the mirror if he needs to.
Yeah, I would look at the guillotine then.
You look at the guillotine, and the blade is down, and the dwarf's severed head is in the basket.
We should have probably investigated that first.
We don't want that to happen though, do we?
Well, it'll happen eventually, and then it might disappear.
Should he go cut off her head?
It's a guy, this one, but he's got like a girly haircut. He's got a little beard. Yeah.
I guess he's going to go over and cut off his head.
Oh
then.
no, that's it. Marlowe's used all his reactions. Oslevo,
I'd like to go back to the mirror. You said there was a deck of cards, didn't you?
you see that all the playing cards are laid out across the top of the bookcase. All of the cards are in number and suit order.
I will go over there and wait then.
Haji?
I will join also and let him explain the order of the cards.
Nice.
I will allow him to explain.
I'm enjoying the teamwork here, fellas. Yeah, so you get the playing cards all laid out in the right order. Frank, did Marlowe say anything out loud about the guillotine, or did he keep that to himself?
I think he would have said, "Her head is chopped off." Can I have a peek in the mirror and see if her head is chopped off?
Yeah, you look in the mirror, and the guillotine blade, which is still rising now, is down, and the head, it's covered in blood, and there is a dwarven head in the basket.
Did I win the game of chess?
You guys put it in mid-game.
That's it. That's the last thing in it. The guillotine.
I'll say square rug, and I'll move the mirror and say, and corners.
I'll look at the square rug then.
The square rug is blue.
Turn over the rug.
There you go.
Can I flip it over?
Say shit.
Yeah, you've got that left. Yeah, you flip the rug over it, and it is indeed blue on the other side. I didn't know if you get that one. Marek.
I will tilt this mirror around and see if there's anything else I can spot, because it feels like we've got most of the items. That's alright.
Okay, give me an investigation, and I want it above 16. I'm going 16. You are fairly confident with an 18 that it is only the guillotine remaining. And with an 18 as well, just because you know, like, Marlowe's reaching for an axe and things, you can see in this that it is the guillotine that has chopped the head off the dwarf, because the guillotine is covered in blood.
Then I shall shout, Marlowe, wait, the guillotine must do it.
Pull the string. There must be a string or something you can chop, like a rope or something.
The dwarf at this point he's been looking around. This is the first time you've not said, "Do you recognise the dwarf?" He's looking around and he's saying, "Well, I'd rather we didn't let the guillotine chop off my head, fellas. That'd be great. I'm quite attached to my head." It was a dad joke.
Won't be in a minute, mate.
I just wanted to get a dad joke out there.
This doesn't quite add up. He said something looks wrong, and reflect on our choices and all may be well. But, like, if we're killing him, that's not him not going to hell, is it? What have we missed?
Well, maybe if we drop the guillotine, he'll disappear before the guillotine cuts his head off, eh?
Would you allow me to knock the dwarf unconscious just in case that he does die? I don't want the last thing. I would rather him see the butt of my crossbow last than as like a guillotine slicing his head off, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you smack the butt of your crossbow into his face, and he falls unconscious. Yeah.
Can I do an arcana check on the room?
Yeah. What are you trying to discern?
If we're being charmed by something, like if someone wants us to believe something that's not really there. 23.
Natural 20. I'm going to give you two things on this. You can tell that the room is as it seems. There seems to be some kind of magical spell over the mirror, which you guessed anyway, some kind of enchantment. But what I'm going to give you is the whole atmosphere around you feels different. And you think about it for a while, it reminds you of something. The magic here feels different. And the last time you felt a difference in magic was when you were in Dorosane's plane of existence. So you think that you have somehow been transported to a different plane of existence.
Oh, so it doesn't feel like an illusion. I just don't feel like we're where.
Yeah, the magic in the world feels different, but the room feels very much real. It's only Marlowe left now.
Yeah, I reckon he's gonna cut the rope.
Okay. So Marlowe walks over, swings Talon through the rope, and the guillotine falls down and severs the dwarf's head as the head falls into the basket, and both the dwarf's body and head disappear.
Okay.
Good disappear or bad disappear?
I was hoping it would disappear before the guillotine cut his head off.
How does Marlowe react to that, Pete?
I think he'd be chuffed.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Oh, I'm glad I knocked him unconscious at least.
Be like, look, I did it! Yeah. I solved the riddle!
There's just blood splattered on his face.
Someone's gonna have to take Marlowe out the back at some point and just
Show him the flowers.
Shoot him.
Put him down. Put him down.